So I want to talk about believing for specific outcomes. Most people like to take the perspective that you can believe for stuff, but you can't believe for specific outcomes. You can't be that specific. Let it be general. Let it be open-ended. But I don't really hold that view, and it doesn't really bear out with, like the scripture or like what's possible with the power of belief. Right? It says all things are possible to him that believe, and it says ask and you shall receive. So why shouldn't you be able to have some specific outcome show up? Right? If you say I'd like a red topless vehicle that is within this price range or is affordable or whatever, right? That there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a specific desire, right? If you have specific needs, like you're like, this is what I really want, this is what I want to see, I want my life to look this way in like the next few years or whatever it is, whatever your specific thing is, if you want to get pinpoint accurate with it, it works exactly the same. There's nothing different about something specific versus something general. You're doing the exact same process, right? You're believing, it's coming, it's showing up, and then you get it, right? It's believe, receive. So it's not like and this bears out in the Bible. Jesus himself, he said, "As you believe, so shall it be done unto you." So it's your belief that's actually going to bring this stuff into reality, right? If you're like, well, that can't happen, well, it's not going to happen, right? But if you just simply believe, that is the switching point. It's the key that actually lets those things come into your life because you're believing for those things to show up. So, this can bear out any simple way. The method doesn't really matter. This is something that I really stress a lot. Like the method, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. What matters is that you believe. Right? There's a really good scripture that I like. It says, and when you pray and ask, believe that you have received what you've asked for, and it will be yours. And I think that I'm paraphrasing the ESV, or it's one of those translations, but it basically says, look, when you ask for something, when you believe that you've got it, you'll have it. And that's how it works. It's that simple. It's nothing more complicated than that. You literally just believe that you got it. Some people say you believe for the end result, right? You just believe that you've got it, and then it manifests itself. It shows up. It is brought into being in your reality. So it's just like ordering online, right? You go on Amazon and you order something, and then you're like, okay, so I placed my order. It's totally good, right? And you get this little confirmation page that says your order is coming. It'll be 2 days or whatever, but you already got it. It's already done, and then you just go back about your life. So you simply believe and then you receive. That's the whole process. It's nothing more complicated than that. We like to complicate it. We like to add more bells and whistles and say, well, if I do this little jig and I turn around 3 times, then maybe it'll work. And it's like, it works, period. You don't have to do any of that. All you got to do, all that's required of you is to simply believe. That's it. There's all kinds of stories about this. There's all kinds of stories that talk about this. So don't think that you can't believe for some specific outcome. If you have a specific outcome, like you want to date a certain type of person, or you want to live in a certain city, or you want to make a certain amount of money, there's nothing wrong with specificity. Specificity is cool because then you can say, I want to create my life this way. I want this to happen. I want this result. There's a book. We've got a book. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Check out the description, and this is a book basically that's going to help you to be able to create whatever you want in your life. The reason this channel is called Creation Mastery for a reason, because we want to help you master creating your life and be able to create more of what you want and get more out of life and have more fun, more happiness, more joy, more finances, more everything, more of the good stuff, right? And it all starts, I'm telling you, it all starts with belief. It starts with belief. So check out the book. It's totally free. It's like an 8-page read. It's really simple. It's not hard, but it'll basically give you the tools, and it'll tell you what you need to do to create whatever you want in your life. Like anything that you want to get, you can have it. There's no limit on these things. I mean, this is even from, I'm quoting the book now, but it's like, what would you do with a blank check? It's just like that. It's like you have this blank check where you can say, okay, I'd like to have this. I'd like to have this much money. I'd like to live here. And it's like, yeah, why couldn't you have that? Why can't you have that, right? Another scripture that's really telling is it says, "You have not because you ask not." And that's James. I'm quoting James now. But it literally is saying, look, the reason why you don't have this stuff is because you haven't asked for it. This is why you don't have it. You have not because you ask not. You know, do you want to live in the house? Do you want that, special house, the dream home? Well, you have not because you ask not. So get to asking, get to believing, start doing this stuff. Check out the book. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you anything, and you can read it in like 6 minutes, and then you'll know exactly what to do to actually get what you want in your life. This stuff is concrete. It's deadly simple. Ask, believe, receive. Ask and you shall receive. That's all you do.